Here we go.
It's time for Revenge.
For the truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
On the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Okay, parental discretion is advised. Now, last Wednesday, Rula, you were representing the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric in New York City, and we're not able to be a part of Closure. Now, Closure actually... this is when we put people back together, you know.
Well, somebody has ghosted somebody or dropped out of their life or blocked them or just ignoring them for whatever reason. And you need closure as to what happened. What did I do? Why did you disappear on me?
And there was a mom last week that I just loved her.
You called her a Spitfire.
She was just so awesome.
So-
even though I didn't really agree with her getting involved with her daughter's relationship, like I feel like that's a problem a lot of us Gen Xers are doing.
Yeah.
Trying to get involved in our kids' life.
We're still
jobs and-
helicoptering, even as adults.
You got to let them figure it out.
Showing up on their job interviews?
Yeah. Rula, rather than me try to describe to you what happened, how about we just bring you up to speed? We'll give a 1-minute recap of what happened last Wednesday.
On Closure.
And there's a reason for that, for revenge
Because this
today.
is revenge right now. Okay, let's go.
Okay, here it is.
I'm trying to get closure for my daughter, Kendra. She was dating this young man, Darius, for about a month, and then all of a sudden, he ghosted her. She's heartbroken.
Like you met him like the day of that they started hanging out?
Well, he came to my house to date her.
Oh, wait, does your daughter live with you?
Yes, she does.
How old is she?
She's 26.
All right, here we go. Darius, welcome to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
I'm going to say this. I liked Kendra, but I'm sorry to have to tell you this. I can't afford your daughter. What she told me was, I hope you're not one of those guys who thinks it's okay to take me to the Cheesecake Factory. It got to the point where I could date your daughter or I could pay rent. I said, hey, let's do casual one day. Her idea of casual was going to season 52.
Now you're making her sound like she's a brat. Darius.
Yes, ma'am.
You still like my daughter?
Yes.
Mama knows what's happening now. She has been hanging around some friends that I don't like. Mama needs to fix her.
Go ahead, Mama, go fix it.
I promise you, you will see a different person because I didn't raise her to be like this. It's these other friends that okay, I got it now.
Okay. Why don't you guys talk?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys have helped me solve my problem.
Yeah, so Mama was going to fix it.
Yep.
But Eric,
right.
you told me that off air that Kendra's not happy.
No. And she, let's just talk to her because she's been very active with me this weekend.
Oh, Kendra, the daughter.
Yep,
All
the
right, so
daughter.
let's welcome. Now we're in revenge.
Yep.
Now it's a Tuesday and we're in revenge where somebody got messed with and they're making it right. So let's welcome Kendra to the show to find out what's up. Good morning, Kendra.
Good morning.
Hey,
Hey, Kendra.
So this is the Kendra.
And you were blowing up my DMs and my phone and email.
You wanted to have your own say in this.
Absolutely. My mother embarrassed the hell out of me last week on your show.
She made you look like a bit of a gold digger.
Yes. Am I wrong for liking nice things? I asked my man to help me get these nice things. If he can, he can.
Do you have a job, Kendra?
Of course I have a job.
All right, because a gold digger, guys, is a girl who is just, her job is to be with the wealthy man and have him spoil
She's not a
her
sugar
with the
baby.
riches.
We've established
Right,
that.
you have a job, but you also like to be spoiled.
Of course.
Now, your mother, Bethany, said, Mama's going to fix this. Have you been speaking to Darius since she was on our show?
Actually, I have.
Okay, so why do you want to get revenge on your mom?
Because she put all of my business out in the street. Of course, she was trying to help us get together, but she did not need to slander me in the process on the radio.
Well, this is going to be very awkward because you're out to do the same thing to her and y'all live together.
Yeah, well, we'll
Should we
find
just get
out.
Bethany on?
Yep.
Okay, well, she's standing by and she has not
And I
heard.
love Bethany. I think Bethany's the
You called her a Spitfire.
Spitfire.
Let me welcome your mom onto the show.
Okay.
Good morning, Bethany. Welcome back to the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
Good morning,
Hey, good morning,
Bethany.
Bethany. You had so many people that just loved you to death that you got involved and you restored your daughter's relationship.
Listen, I'm always going to love my daughter, but sometimes she needs to know that she doesn't know everything. Young people think they know, but they don't always know.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have a guest here with you.
Yeah, Kendra's on the line with us, Bethany.
Hi, Mama.
Hey, baby, how are you?
Well, there's no reason for you to get on the radio and put my business with my boyfriend for the world to hear. It's none of your business. You act like you have the perfect life or you've lived the perfect life, and you haven't. You can't hold the man yourself, Mom.
Oh, my God. You did not just say that to your mother.
Whoa, girl, back up.
Let's talk about how you cheated on daddy. Let's talk about how since I was 9 years old, you've had about 7 different men in and out of my life. Let's talk about that, Mom. Let's talk about the guy that you dated and he scammed you out of $3,000, Mom. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you stole my engagement ring, Mom.
Sold it or stole it?
Both. She stole it from me and sold it and didn't give me any of the money.
Little girl, hold up. Little girl, first off, you are out of pocket. Secondly, you got your facts twisted, little Miss Missy. Your father cheated on me first. See, you know what? Sometimes that's why they say children should be in a children's place. When you don't know all the things, you need to come and find out. You're 26 now. I didn't like those men in my life for you. I did this for you because none of them weren't right for you because the stuff that your daddy did, you always see the good stuff in your daddy, but why is it that you ended up with me? You don't know how much I had to literally fight that man for child support for you. So when I got these clues that these other men were going to do the same road, no, I didn't want them. I wanted a better man for you. That's why when I saw somebody like Darius, I'm like, you know what? He would be good for her.
So it sounds like you just have a bad choice of character with men. How about that?
Now, hold on. Listen, there are a lot of people texting. They're asking, what is going on right now? What is going on right now? Let me just reset, ladies. I know you're very passionate about both of your opinions, but this is Bethany from last week's closure. She came on our show to get closure for her daughter, Kendra, who'd gone out with a man named Darius, and he ghosted. Well, it turns out that the man thought that she had very expensive taste, and Bethany said, well, I'm going to try and fix this. Now,
and she did, because they're talking now.
Well, Kendra's very embarrassed about what her mom said about her last week, so she wanted to put her on the radio and talk about some obvious things that have been close to her chest for many years.
Yeah, I think it's opened up a wound that she wanted to get out there, Bethany. I think that's why she wanted to do this.
Yeah, let's shift away from the revenge. I mean, Kendra, you kind of wanted to embarrass your mother as a payback, but you are 26 years old. You do live with your mom still. Let's address the whole selling the engagement ring.
No. So my daughter, she was much too young anyway, so she got engaged around 18 or 19. I guess she thought, I'm going to move out the house, whatever. Okay, fine. But she didn't. She didn't end up with the guy. The ring sat in the drawer for 4 years. At this time, I'm a single mom with a grown daughter. Yes, you have a job now, but you just got the job. So you basically been getting a free ride for 26 years. And I had to pay bills. So it was either pawn that ring to pay the bills to keep the mortgage going, or what? Would you rather we be out in the street and you have a ring in the drawer that's not doing anything that you weren't going to use? So why don't you tell the whole story, or do you even remember that? I didn't steal your ring because you were not contributing a dime.
Oh, man.
What else was I supposed to do?
Kendra, doesn't sound like you have a lot.
Sounds like she has answers to everything, Kendra. I don't...
Yeah, Kendra, you got a flimsy case.
Okay, so at one point I was not working. She's absolutely right. Hush, Mom. At one point I wasn't working, so yes, but it was my ring. It was a keepsake.
The communication part,
I'll give you that. You should have communicated
Bethany,
that,
you should have
Bethany.
said to Kendra, listen, we are really on hard times. What are we going to do with that ring? It's just sitting there. Let's use it.
So she's not paying any rent?
No rent.
Okay, and Kendra, can I ask you, your mom said that you had been crying, that you're very distraught that Darius ghosted you. You guys are talking now.
That's pretty positive. That's a positive.
She actually did you a solid.
It would have happened with a conversation. No, I did not need her to meddle into my business. Once again, she's done this with all my relationships. I probably would have still been married to the other guy had she not meddled in my business.
This is very uncomfortable. I mean, do you guys love each other or not? Are you going to move out after this conversation, Kendra? Is that where you're going to tell her?
Well, after my 90 days on my job, I definitely can move out.
Okay, well, it sounds to me like let's forget revenge here, and why don't we focus on fixing this relationship?
Bethany, you've been quiet the last couple minutes.
I made some mistakes. I'll be the first to admit I married too early. I did not want that for her. I've dated some men that I'm like, not right for me, not right for her. And she's seen some of that, but she's seen it through a child's eyes or a young person's eyes. You're in my house, so first off, you're going to follow my rules.
Yeah, and Kendra, you said to your mom, oh, you can't hold a man. That's not the most important thing in the world.
No, your mom
letting go of a bad man is way more important than holding on to a bad man.
She was actually doing you a favor.
Yeah.
She thought that these men are not good to be around my daughter.
Well, I think instead of you two being on the radio the last 2 weeks, you guys need to just talk to each other.
Take it off.
Yeah. But
All right?
I really do appreciate you wanting to include us in this.
This is my might be helping somebody else. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's going through the same situation. So, I'm glad because this could be closure for somebody else. And maybe this is the only way that we could talk to each other because she's a very headstrong girl. I don't know where she gets that from.
Okay, well, look, you're right. For every single situation, you're not alone in it. Somebody else is living through it. So hopefully you guys did help somebody out today in their relationship with their mom, their dad, their siblings, or their mate. So thank you so much for being available to be on the air today, Bethany and Kendra, for coming to us. And in turn, we don't really agree with why you were trying to blast out your mom, but look, hopefully this makes y'all stronger together.
You guys love each other, respect each other.
All right, thank you.
It's going to be fine. Trust me, we're going to be fine.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Don't mess with that mama, y'all. Do not mess with Bethany.
When she hushed her mom, I'm like,
oh, I didn't like that.
Hush, Mom.
But I'll tell you what, anytime you're
She's a brat.
feeling like, man, I've got a bad relationship with my family, you're not alone. I think everybody's got that problem at one point.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Never had a chance to have a real bad relationship.
Oh, Eric, I'm sorry.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah, thanks,
Bring
Ryan.
that wound, Ryan.
Oh,
That's okay.
man.
Hey, Sam, come over here for a
let's
second.
shift gears here, speaking of family.
Sam, get on the mic real
Sam,
quick.
please.
Sam needs some
Help
mom
me
group
here.
therapy
Yeah,
when it
right.
comes to baby toddler fight club. Is that okay? Should I
Right.
start that?
I feel like it's like baby fight club in my child's life right now. And I just need to know, like, other moms, all of my mom friends right now, they have girls. And I'm like, are you going through this right now? And I feel like they're not. And also, he's a daycare baby. So if moms have kids in daycare, I'm not saying like other
Especially
kids
boys.
but boys that are in daycare, like I just need, my son is 2 years old, 2.5 years old. I just need some advice on like, is your child wild? Like what? Because then everybody's like, oh, 3 is worse. But am I a bad, like, am I a bad mom? Because of the way that he's acting, like I want to hear other stories from moms.
Like
so
wild
I can understand.
is what? Explain what wild means though, so people can call in.
Real quick. So wild is like in the sense of we keep teaching him gentle hands. He like will try and hit his friends. He'll have total meltdowns where he'll take his shoes and like just kick them off. He's starting to throw his toys everywhere. Like he is like a tornado
Is he getting
right now.
aggressive towards the baby?
Up?
Yeah, he's
5 months
not.
old.
No, he doesn't really get aggressive towards the baby
But
or
at
our
school
dog.
or at
But like
daycare?
school, he's getting like written up, and I'm like, is this normal for a
For
2.5-year-old?
Boo
Is
boo
this like baby
reports?
fight
Well,
club?
you know the number
Baby
one
fight
rule
club.
about Baby Fight Club.
I know
We're
you
gonna
don't
talk
talk
about
about it, but I need
will.
moms
They
to
can't talk,
I need
right?
moms to talk about this and let me know.
Okay,
Like,
here's the number:
is this happening to them?
833-390-KRBE. We've all heard of the terrible twos, but specifically for boys who are in daycare, Sam wants to know if Baby Fight Club is normal.
Yeah.
That's what she wants to know.
Yes, because then other people are like, oh, 3s are worse. Well, what?
You're like, no.
Okay, yeah, I want to know if I'm doing something wrong.
We'll get her some help next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric. It is mommy group therapy for toddler fight club possibilities.
Yes.
The phones are full,
Explain
so
that, but-
even if you try to call, you can't get in. You can always text 37530
Yes,
if you want to
please.
text information to Sam. Sam, tell us what's going on with your son.
Okay, so backstory real quick. I have a 2.5-year-old boy, toddler, and then I have a baby. I guess he's
5
a baby.
months old?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
almost
5
5 months old.
Yeah.
And so Santiago obviously has really big emotions, and I thought was adjusting well with the little brother. He's always gentle hands with the little brother, likes to help out with everything. So he's doing great with that. We don't have a lot of friends that have kids, so I don't really see Santiago interact that much with kids his age to see how he's reacting with these kids. But
In your house?
Yes, in my house or like at a playground or something. He's normally like, he likes to self-play. So he likes to play with his cars by himself. He likes to play by himself with a lot of these things.
Right.
And so at daycare, I keep getting notifications that like Santiago got frustrated. He was like pushing other kids and we were telling him gentle hands. So we had to like do timeout with him. Or like Santiago got really, really frustrated. Santiago had big emotions and he was screaming at people, kicking his shoes off, like yelling. So I get that he has big emotions and I'm trying very hard to like, okay, let's take a little deep breath. Let's try and focus. Let's reset. I understand he has big emotions. So I'm just kind of wondering, do other moms, like, how do they handle this?
All right,
with their kids
Do you
having
think
big
that,
feelings?
Sam, it has anything to do with the fact that he was an only child for well over a year? And he had a lot of alone time where he could play, and now suddenly he doesn't have that.
But he's not doing that at home, though.
Yeah, he's not. He acts out a little bit at home, but nothing as bad as
I mean,
like
this is
the
called terrible
reports.
Sam is
twos.
worried he's going to get kicked out of daycare?
Yes, like I've already asked them.
He'll be the new. Can he answer phones?
No, he's
Oh,
not
darn it.
working here.
Let's say
Okay.
part-time.
Child
Kathleen
labor
is on
laws
the
there.
phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kathleen's
That's a
got
thing.
2 boys. She is
Okay.
standing by to give you some of her perspective. Hi,
Please.
Kathleen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey.
Morning.
Morning.
Give us some perspective here for Sam.
So, Sam, you are doing just fine. I have 2 boys, 7 and 4. Love them to death. I also have, like, my best friend since high school. She has 2 girls, 7 and 4, and our lives and our houses look very different.
Yes. Total opposites.
So my favorite story to tell of my youngest, we call him Wild Wyatt, happened a couple weeks ago. He's obsessed with Spider-Man and Hulk. And he was climbing the banister of our 2nd-story house, trying to, like, get up to, like, jump over. And I'm like, no. You are not Spider-Man. He's like, yes, I'm Spider-Man. You not Spider-Man. How does Spider-Man not fall down? He shoots his webs. Well, let me shoot your webs and then you can jump. And he's like, oh. I'm like, yes. Oh. And the temper tantrums at school are total. I mean, I hated the saying before I had boys that boys will be boys, but it is true to a sense that they are just rougher with each other, and those big feelings come out more physically. At least that's what I see.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. You're not failing as a mom. You're doing a good job. You care. You're paying attention. You're there. And it's not because he's in daycare, so don't put that in your head either.
Okay.
He would do this if you were at home, too. No, they're fine. And, like, my oldest was, like, my sweet baby, and then he started kindergarten. He, like, punched a kid on the second day of school.
Oh, no.
And I was like, what?
Right.
What do you? But there was a kid. He was supposed to be the line leader, and a kid was in front, trying to get in front of him, and he got big feelings. He was like, "I'm in the line leader," and sucker punched the kid.
Oh my gosh!
No, you're doing a good job.
So bottom
We're
line,
trying.
Kathleen, it's just it is definitely. I will add to that. Sam as having 2 girls and a boy. The boys are wired differently. 18 months old, MJ
100%.
was jumping off the couch, launching himself from one piece of furniture to the next, and the girls never did that. And I was like, what is happening right now?
Right.
And when your friends have their girls, when they're all teens, it's going to flip-flop. You're going to be like, yes, I'm glad I have boys now.
I guess I'm just curious, like, I always hear about it, but, like, I just need to know, like, am I doing something wrong? Am I supposed to approach
Sam, I
the
think
situation
you're doing everything
differently? It's just,
Is it going to get worse in the 3s?
Right, that's what everybody keeps saying, too.
You got a house full of boys. It happens. I was one of 3 boys.
Yeah.
And you do get this bottled up emotion when there's no time alone, and you take it out on other kids at school.
Michelle is up next at 833-390-KRBE. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Are you a boy mom?
Hi. I have 2 boys and 2 girls and 4 grandbabies.
Oh, wow.
So you've been through it.
All right. So
have
what
been
can you
through
tell
it.
Sam about how Santiago is about to get kicked out of daycare for being too crazy and wild?
Well, I definitely think that you should get a hold of him because I think you should spend more time with him, get off the phone. I mean, I have children with children, and not give an excuse. I think the first caller was giving excuses.
Uh-oh.
You know, it's
Ruh-roh.
it's all fun and games, but if it's your kid getting sucker punched, it's not funny. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think I actually have a daughter that's an RN, worked at ER, and I think she watches kids go in that, you know, the parents have no control, 0. So when she needs to do work on them, it's very difficult because, you know, kids nowadays don't have control of their own kids. So she's like, Mom, it's crazy. I said, yes. I said, you know.
So what is your solution to that? What does that mean, no control? What does control mean? What does discipline mean?
Because Sam doesn't let her kid watch iPads.
Yeah.
You can't say, oh, well, he needs time. You know, at some point, a kid needs a shot. You can't just tell your kid, you do what you want. You got big feelings. No. You sit
like
down
the gentle
and be quiet and
parenting.
get this shot.
Yeah.
I don't think that works.
What do you mean a shot?
Honestly,
she's
like
referring
if
to
the kid's freaking out about getting a flu shot or something, right?
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
okay.
we need the
Sometimes
flu
you just have to. I mean, we are the
Do it.
parents.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to parent.
And
I
in
would
your
say-
defense, Sam, you're not the type of person that's just sitting there playing with your phone,
No.
not paying attention to your child.
No,
so
like, he doesn't
That doesn't apply to you.
watch
You're the opposite. You're going to be a
TV that
smother.
much. Yeah.
Smother.
I'm definitely a helicopter mom in the
Yeah.
sense that, like, I want to play with him. I want to
You're
be. I'm
involved.
very hands-on. Like, yesterday we were outside for 2 hours, just like looking at ladybugs and playing.
Well, maybe
soccer
that's
balls
the
and stuff.
thing.
It's like
Maybe he does have your attention at home.
Yeah.
And at daycare, maybe he doesn't have as much attention, and he's acting out because he wants more attention.
Or he's bored. He's
Oh.
like, he's so smart. He's like, I don't really know how to do this.
Yeah, Eric, I think you're
Cassandra.
onto something there because
idle hands type
super intelligent, people, they often will do that. They take out that aggression.
Cassandra has twin boys who are 4 years old, and she said they are wild also. Cassandra, what did you do, or how are you combating that? Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, so it's been a really big rough patch. I felt the same way as Sam. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I feel like I've asked many people, like, what should I do? How should I handle it? So it's been very frustrating, and it's happening today. So it's been one of the babies, he's kicking the teacher. They're on their rug, and they're learning, and he's over there playing with bean bags and just being basically a boy. And something that me and my husband has done so far is when he gets home, he has a routine just like he does at school. So he comes in the house, we make him put his shoes up, he go take his clothes off, his school clothes off, and he puts on his clothes like he playing, and then we make him go sit on the carpet in the living room. And then at that time, I read him a story, or we'll watch a story on the TV. And then after that, Dad will give him something to eat, and just basically doing that routine every single day.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when he would have that attitude, we're like, hey, if you have attitude, we'll send him in the room. And, he doesn't like being in a room all alone, especially if he hears his brother. If he hears his brother playing and joking, and, and I have an older daughter who's 14, and she's, very playful with with her brothers. So, if he hears them playing, he'll fix it or, change it. And then, basically just keeping that routine. And I think so far it's worked. But unfortunately, he ended up getting switched out his class, which I think kind of helped. Now he has a male teacher. And I haven't heard any problems. And it's only been about 2 weeks now. So
that's good.
I think that's good advice. Structure and routine are so important.
And acknowledgement too, like when he's like someone even made a good point, like when he does something good at home and just like that's great, Santi. The way you're doing that and taking care of your brother. And
there is a lot of big change. Like we put him in a big boy room. He's learning to potty train. He has a new brother in his life. So there are huge changes in his little world.
He goes to daycare early.
He
at
goes
5
to
in the morning.
daycare super early, and so it's one of those things that I just was curious to see if there was anything that like maybe I need to switch around and do. But it seems like
I think the sad part of it is, Sam, don't blame yourself.
I think it's totally normal.
you're doing a great job.
I can't wait till he's like 6 so I can take him to WWE and then he'll start doing that stuff.
Start wrestling and stuff.
Your brothers start
wrestling. Teach him how to do a body slam.
Yeah.
They'll be doing that
well,
stuff.
You already know the listener line, and y'all can throw Sam some more.
Thanks,
don't beat yourself up.
713-278-VENT is the number to the listener line. You can leave your comments there. Coming up next, Dancing with the Stars has been on since they announced the lineup in August, and nobody has really cared.
Oh, it's on?
It's on.
Who's hosting that now?
Isn't it Alfonso Rivera still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so one of the
two
of the former pros, Max, who's one of the most famous pro dancers that Dancing with the Stars ever had, is now speaking out about what's really ticked him off. And it's the kind of thing that would make Eric flip a chair in our radio world. If I compare it to the radio world, what would make Eric flip a table that's making Maxim Shermoff?
If a reality star or like a podcaster all of a sudden did morning radio.
Or was the executive producer
for like millions of dollars?
Of a show that you always wanted to
we've been
produce.
struggling all these years trying to carve out a path, and then they give a job to somebody that doesn't have
any
first
idea.
clue about how to entertain.
We'll discuss it in Scoop next on KRBE. So on ABC, Dancing with the Stars is back on regular mainstream broadcast. It had left for a while. You could only stream it. They threw in the towel.
Makes sense. They're trying to push you to go see, download the Disney app.
So,
Disney Plus.
if you're not watching, you're not watching. Let me tell you who's going to win. It's going to be Crocodile Hunter's kid.
You think?
Dindy won the first time. Bob's going to win this one.
He did this.
I haven't even watched this show, and I know he's going to win.
He danced in the Australian version.
Oh, he did?
He win that one?
I think I don't know if he won it.
So this is nothing new to him.
Well, here's what would make Eric flip a table if this was happening in radio world. So some of the most famous dancers that have come out of Dancing with the Stars. You know, Julianne Hough. She's the Rooms to Go girl now. Yeah. She's a guest judge. Derek Hough has been the guest judge or a regular judge.
Oh, yeah, regular.
Maxim Shmerkovsky and his brother Val, very popular pro dancers for Dancing with the Stars over the years. Peter Murgatroyd is Maxim's wife. They met on the show. They have kids. They're amazing dancers.
Murgatroyd?
Murgatroyd.
Heavens the Murgatroyd.
That's what I was waiting for. Heavens the Murgatroyd. What is a Murgatroyd?
And then the guy from Shark Tank.
Oh, Kim is his wife.
Yeah, I forget that guy's name.
Robert Herjavec.
That's it.
And he was a contestant. Kim was his partner, and now they're married and they have kids.
To my face, he told me I suck.
He did?
With my idea.
Wait, when? Where?
Kevin,
At the American Music Awards?
I pitched my shoe umbrellas, and he did not like them at all.
We could have told you that. Save yourself the embarrassment. Right? You didn't flip the table.
I'm telling you should have gone for the shoe mirrors.
Ryan? Pervert.
Well, we have 30% perverts in Houston, and I think we could really get into that groove
So
with
let
the
me tell you
mirrors.
what Max is doing that would have had Eric flipping a table if this was Eric. So behind the scenes in radio, I mean, look, how do you get to where we got? It's hard work, and it's
work.
It's passion, it's perseverance, it's a lot of things, right?
Failure.
We weren't born.
Lots of that.
And a wand was waved over our heads and said, "Guess what you're going to do when you grow up? That's what you're going to do." It's just everybody has these opportunities that intersected, and here we are. And when you have really worked hard in your craft, like Eric is an executive producer. Some people don't even know what that means. Eric is the best executive producer in this country. Y'all don't even know how many shows every morning wake up hanging on an email from Eric. They can't do their shows if Eric didn't email them.
Yeah, they get mad at me.
Over 40 shows.
50
shows will get an email from Eric, and if they don't get it that morning, they don't know what they're going to talk about on their show. That's how important Eric is to our industry. So can you imagine if Eric found out that, let's say, this is your dream job, I know, but let's pretend like your dream job was that you met your wife was from Chicago, not from Houston, and you're here because of this job. But the Chicago job came up on the station you wanted to be on, and they're offering you tons of money to move your family there and go get this job. And instead of you being considered for that job, they gave it to some TikTok hack that got like 1 million views on like, here's how to show up, here's how to turn on a mic in a basement, and you're a radio star. You would flip a table.
Yes, I'd be very angry.
100%.
Because there is a big difference between a broadcaster and a podcaster.
Yeah, podcasters, there's
Or
great podcasts
TikTok
out there, but
viral
it's
stars.
just,
Plenty
it's just
of good
different.
ones.
Like, I love this because it's without a net.
Oh, totally.
It's live.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
I mean, like, we don't know what's going to, we know what we're doing. We know what's going to
We've
happen.
literally
Anything
had
can happen.
situations where the entire system went down. No anything.
A lot of
No
podcasts,
music,
it's like-
no anything. And we can just sit here and riff on each other for hours. And
Those are the podcasts I like. I get bored when they just interview a person for the hour.
Right.
yeah.
So what Maxim Shmerkovsky and Peter Murgatroyd are losing their minds over is the fact that one of the dancers that's a pro this season, and I don't know why this is coming out now. We knew this announcement in August who the pros were, is Jan Ronick, who is he's a dancer for many different things. He's like a Hollywood dancer. They've hired him to do backup dancing for Oscars and all these things. He's danced on Mariah Carey's Christmas tour. He was on Taylor Swift's Eras tour. But Max and Peta are like, for real, there is zero foundation, technique, quality, understanding of the partnership. He has no idea what the foxtrot is supposed to even look like. How are you going to expect him to teach it and deliver that message in a format that is completely different? And Peta says, I feel bad because, his partner's not getting taught the basics that she needs to. He's a Taylor Swift dancer. It's the obvious reason why he was hired. Apart from that, okay, he's lovely. He's great to look at. But he is not a ballroom pro. Hiring a non-ballroom dancer to teach ballroom dancing to a celebrity as a job is
Hey, the
outrageous.
suits don't care. They're just going to go for
the-
whatever is going to make,
The viewers just want to
ratings
see
or revenue.
eye
Hotness.
candy.
Yeah, he's pretty good
Do
looking.
we know the difference between a foxtrot and a
I do
Humpty
now.
Hump? I don't know what
I
they
don't
do.
know any of that stuff.
Well, I think
It's
I know
not
that.
really that important.
I don't know.
Sashay away.
Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
What's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRBE.
It is brought to you by Tachys Fiber. I think we all remember that story. It was such a tragic story back in 2023 where a guy and a girl are on their first date, and this woman is drunk in her Porsche and plows
She's drunk
into
and
him.
high and going like 120-something
Yeah.
miles an hour down
So,
Westheimer at Montrose.
Christina
and killed
Chambers-
this man at Voodoo Donuts, in front
Yeah.
of Voodoo Donuts.
She was sentenced yesterday, Christina Chambers, to 11 years and 14 days in prison in connection to the death of that pedestrian as she drunkenly sped off a Montrose street. Joseph McMullen was on a first date. Christina hit the 33-year-old man, like you said, outside of Voodoo Donuts around 2:30 in the morning. McMullen and his date had grabbed like a post-karaoke snack of donuts and coffee, and they were walking back to their cars when Chambers' car jumped the sidewalk and hit him. Now, the sentence means that Chambers, who, by the way, is 4 months pregnant, will likely give birth in prison. She asked for probation. McMullen's mother, Lynn McMullen, scolded Chambers in the courtroom for carrying on at brunches and parties with her friends as if this criminal case did not exist. She said, quote, "When you were at home welcoming a new puppy in your life, I was packing up his home and putting his whole life that he created for himself in boxes." The mom went on to say, "I mostly sat there crying, dying on the inside." She also criticized Chambers' pregnancy, which she was didn't disclose until days before the trial. Chambers still stands by her claim that her Louboutin heel got caught under the gas pedal. However, they have debunked that. They said, look, the scuff marks, the bottom of those shoes are red, showed that clearly it was on, the brake.
They say it was an overwhelming amount of evidence that Ms. Chambers was drinking, high, being reckless, driving down an urban street, and she ended up obliterating this man and his family's life.
Ended that life and destroyed the families.
How many years did she get?
11 years and 14 days.
So what does that mean? She'll do like half?
Who knows?
I don't know how that works.
But at least she's going away, which she should. And that's what's going down in H-Town.
All right. Well, hey, who wants to go Christmas shopping?
I think that's a big deal for a lot of
code.
people. We don't want to see that happen anymore. But we do have a lot of things that we cover on this show. And up next is your chance to crack the code.
Yeah, do you want to go to the Nutcracker Market? Yay! The Houston Ballet Nutcracker Market is happening November 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. Now, we are going to be broadcasting live from there on Friday, but it starts early, like 8:30 in the morning on Thursday. And we've got 4 tickets for you and a chance to win a $1,000 shopping spree. Stand by for the code you need to crack and try it Tuesday. What are we trying? Find out next on KRBE.